Hi, everybody, and welcome to English 102. I wanted to make a brief walkthrough video of our first module and our orientation section to get you started in class. I'm really happy to be on this journey with you. And so instead of doing a screencast of my screen and walking you through, I like to have you go ahead and click through the links so that you can find them later on your own. So go ahead and click to the left on the modules button, and you will come to our first part, the orientation section. This important course information is there for you to read through during this first part of our week together, and it's basically a welcome. It goes over the learning objectives for the class, my details and bio, and your writing mentor's details and bio are located in this section. There's some top hat information and some frequently asked questions that you can go through. Some information on using AI in the class, which we'll be doing on certain assignments. And then there's a technology guide, some tips for success, and then you'll see the syllabus and course policies agreement, which you'll be filling out and turning in to begin the course. We have a student support section also in that orientation module, and this is where your writing mentor will be interacting with you and answering your questions. And there's also the Inscribe link, as you can see there, and you can get feedback from your writing mentor. So if you'll scroll down, we're going to take a bit of a deeper walkthrough in Module 1. So I'll have you go ahead and click on the Module 1 overview link, and then you will see that opens up to what we'll be doing in Module 1. And I'll be making a video for each of the modules so that you have some helpful guidelines to get through each section of the course. So as you can see, the purpose of this module is to complete your first writing reflection, and I'll also be posting a video on your writing reflection later on. So you're going to be considering your past writing experiences and your future writing goals in this section, and I'll be taking a look at those writing goals so that we can work together in the class on those goals. So scroll down and click the next button at the bottom right-hand corner. And that takes you over to our Top Hat materials. And that is the platform. It's like our textbook for the class. So you might be familiar with it from your previous English classes. And this is essentially where you'll work through the material. You want to do that earlier in the week before you complete the assignments. It'll give you all the information that you need about the habits of mind, college writing, the research process, the writing process, and so on. So there's a lot of great detail in the Top Hat materials for you to complete. So after you're done with those Top Hat materials, if you click the next button, then you will get to our first discussion, and that is our introduction discussion. You're going to be engaging with your peers in these discussions. There's only a few of them in the class. So our very first discussion, you'll introduce yourself to the class, upload a video to your Canvas profile so that we can see who you are, and that's optional, of course. And you're going to be subscribing to the course announcements so that you get alerts every time somebody responds to you. And so the questions you're going to answer for us in this first discussion are: where are you taking the class from? Why did you choose ASU? What do you hope to learn from the course? Which of the habits of mind are you most confident in, which it comes from writing? And which are you least confident in? And then were you surprised to learn that any of the 8 habits of mind contribute to effective writing? And I'll also be posting a video series on the habits of mind throughout the course, so you'll get some further details there. So I look forward to meeting you here, and I'll respond to several of you in this section. Don't worry if I don't get to you on the discussion boards. You'll always have feedback from me in the gradebook on all of our work. So also in this discussion, you'll notice that it's optional, but you can reply and welcome 2 to 4 of your classmates, and that'll help us to build our online community together. So go ahead and click on the next button and you'll get to that first reflection that I mentioned. And set aside about 3 to 4 hours to compose this reflection. You'll see if you scroll down that it gives you a nice table of things to comment on, some questions for the looking back section and the looking forward section. And so you can answer those questions in an essay format. And you're going to be telling us kind of about all of your writing experiences and then providing some visual samples to go along with those writing experiences. So you can go ahead and read through all of these instructions, and I'll post a more detailed video on the first reflection coming up shortly in the class. So if you scroll down a little further, you'll see the submission requirements, and you'll be submitting that here to the Dropbox. You'll notice that this is just a reflective essay, that your readers will be your classmates, instructor, and writing mentor, that it should be 500 to 600 words, so about 300 words for your looking back and your looking forward section. My other video might say 500 words for each, but 300 is fine. There's no citation needed, and just don't forget to include your visual samples. And if you're not sure what to include for those visual samples, it can be any kind of demonstration of your writing. It could be a text, it could be previous papers that you've written, poetry maybe that you've done, or maybe you're into fan fiction and you like to write creative pieces. It can be any kind of writing that you've done. And it can also be pictures of things that, inspire you, some inspirational sayings, or pictures that you find helpful. Some people post a picture of a book that they're really into reading. And so we're just practicing that multimodal part of the course that we're going to be incorporating into our project later. So this is a time to get started in learning how to embed those images into your writing. So if you scroll down a little further, you'll see there's a rubric, and you can use these rubrics as a checklist to make sure that you have all of the components for the course. I'm sure you're really familiar already with working with the rubrics, and it goes through exactly what should be included and what will give you the most amount of points. And then if you scroll down, you will not hit the next button because that takes you to Module 2, and I'll post a Module 2 video later. So it has been great getting to know all of you. I'm looking forward to our session together, and please reach out if you have any questions at all.